South Africa will on Monday commemorate the Marikana Massacre. It's been 9 years since the worst tragedy in the country's young democracy, in which more than 30 mine workers were gunned down while they were protesting for better wages. It's a tragedy that still haunts the country to this day. Newzroom Africa's Zikhona Tshona is in Marikana and joins us now. Zikhona, good morning. It obviously has been 9 extremely difficult years for some of those members of that mining town.
Hugo, we've been in Marikana since yesterday trying to talk to people about their memory of the day, and young people in particular who would have been school children or high school teens at the time in which the tragedy hit the small town, and people really saying that they will never forget what happened in the lead up to that day and on the particular day, the 16th of August, where, as you've mentioned, more than 30 miners were gunned down by police while protesting for higher wages. The young people that we spoke to in this area are still desperate for jobs, many of them saying that government needs to come here to create opportunities. Many of them are just loitering around in the street with nothing to do. And as you can see behind me, the living conditions in this area, nothing much has changed. And people really share the sentiment of every year we commemorate the Marikana Massacre, but it brings no change to the people that live here. But without wasting much time, Budi Kolani Nzuza, who was one of the leaders of that strike, 9 years on, Budwam, what do you have to say now when we commemorate the events of that day?
9 years ngoku akho tshintsho lukhoyo imarikana yonke kule ndawo ndikuyo iVenerkop, because xa ungena komarikana west zikhona izindlu ezenziwayo, zikhona indawo kuthiwa ngo-RDP, but nakuzo kunemikhukhu. Akho zitrata zitshintshile, unyaka nonyaka senze commemoration, ugovernment akho nto asondela kuyo. Kunanamhlanje Monday 16 ndikwenye igroup yayibanjiwe esaxoxa ityala namhlanje. Akho tshintsho ngakuthi sixoxa ityala elingapheliyo esingena kuphela ekhodi siphume sihambe kuthiwa idate yami siyatshintshwa. So xa ungajonga sisiwam ujikeleza leVenerkop, uyabona izitrato zakhona, uyabona kugcwele udoti endleleni, indlela ayigravel. So ugovernment akho nto ayithathayo ngesayiti laseMarikana. So ngendlela amagama esiye sitsho sithi kutsho ukuthi ngoko wayibulala abantu edibene nelonmi wayenenjongo zokubulala, ngoba wayengenanjongo kwekufanele kudala ezile ebantwini wazocela ixolo. Upresident uZuma wayezile ngoba wayekuthiwa eMozambique, weza waphelela esibhedlele wabuya ngamalanga alandela emveni koJulius Malema weza kuthi kwabe kuthiwa singabantu abandlongondlongo ababulalayo, kodwa wafika wahlala phakathi kwethu wathetha sammamela wahamba. Upresident ophethe ilizwe namhlanje uhambile waye euniversity wathi ucela ixolo ebantwini baseMarikana, wathi xa ibuzwa uthi andixolisile ebantwini baseMarikana. Thina abantu baseMarikana sikamboni ezoxolisa kuthi, sisamjongile uba uzoza nini azoxolisa kuthi.
Ngaphandle koxolo Budwam, yintoni enye into eniyifunayo ningabantu balapha eMarikana?
Sisi abantu mabakhutshwe emikhukhwini, bokhelwe izindlu ezirayithi, baye kuhlala emikhukhwini. Xa ungajonga izikolo zalapha zizikolo eziphuwa ezingalungelanga uba zingafunda abantwana. Iiklasi zakhona xa ujikeleza ufika kuzo ubona uba le iklasi inabantwana abaphaa ko-70 but abalingananga uba bangahlala kulaa klasi.
Mandithi nje ukuvalelisa ke Budwam, ngoba ndiyazi uba sawuncokola njengoba iintsuku zihamba nje, ikopi ayikho kude apha kule ndawo sikuyo. Njengomntu owayephaya, xa uvuka ujonge phaa, uthini intliziyo yakho?
Sisiwam kuya neevidiyo zalapha eMarikana, andingomntu ozibukelayo, andithanda ukuzijonga ngoba xa ndizijonga kufika laa nto. Nakandiphaya ekopini njengayizolo bendiphaya, andiziva kamnandi xa ndiphayana. Nakandidlula kuyo ndibona kusenziwa izinto ezingalunganga, ndiye ndingathandi.
That is Kolani Nzuza, who is one of the mine workers and leaders who led the strikes in 2012, also saying that He's currently in a case, ongoing case, for participating in that strike. Now, as the days go on leading up to Monday, the 16th of August, which is the official commemoration of the Marikana Massacre, we will continue to track the story here in Marikana, speaking to young people, speaking to women, speaking to children from this area, just about what the day means for the people here, given that it hasn't seemingly brought much change for them.
Zikhona, I suppose one of the questions certainly that will be on the minds of those that have lost their loved ones is why none of those police officers or anyone has been brought to book.
I think for now the big question is, what is the current government doing to try and make amends with the people of Marikana? You would have heard the leader saying there that the current president, the sitting president, has not come here to this area to apologize to the mine workers who participated in the strike and those who work in this area. So as you've heard, Newzroom saying there, Jacob Zuma, the former president Jacob Zuma, did apologize, but from afar. But no sitting president has come to this area to offer the government's apology for what transpired there. It's a tragedy that continues to haunt our democracy, and it's something that whenever anyone who thinks of living in South Africa, they will be heartbroken just by thinking of it. And coming here now and seeing that life has not changed much for the people here. Was that protest in vain? Did people die in vain? They were protesting for higher wages. We spoke to some of the children of those mine workers yesterday when we were here, and they're saying they understand why their parents took to the streets, but life has not changed for them. There are no job opportunities here. Young people, even if they pass matric, there's nothing out there for them. And if they were to leave Marikana, where would they go? Where are the better opportunities? As you'll know, that many areas in South Africa are facing similar challenges to this area, but they would have hoped that given the tragedy that this area had seen, some change would have come out of that, given that so many lives were lost.
Our Zikhona Tshona coming to us from Marikana, where almost 2 days to the day, where a little over 30 people were gunned down, and she's just confirming that all of that seemingly coming to naught.